Hello, friends. This is Dr. John WorldPeace JD coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico. April the 6th, about 12:20 in the morning. That's Mountain Time. I want to talk today about what I've written in a poetic form, but you're not going to notice it unless you go down and click on the link to the actual text. It's called The Doomed Ship Planet Earth. It's written in a poetic form, but like I say, you're not going to be able to tell that. When I was 8, someone told me I was going to die. I thought, what? Why would I come to a place where I was going to die? I put away my toys and began to search out answers about this dying thing. I could not chart my life without some answers. It took many decades, but I found what I was looking for in the sacred scripts of all the world's sacred religious scripts. We are each an immortal, infinite spirit, incarnate in a finite, mortal, planet Earth dreamscape. Bodies die and in time disintegrate back into the earth from which they manifested. But the soul does not, cannot die, so it returns to the infinite potential, which is the immortal, infinite, all-inclusive, ineffable God. The infinite potential God manifests personal gods defined by each religion and each individual. It is impossible for human beings to define the infinite, immortal God because all definitions would be limiting within the limitations of the human body, vehicle, container, whatever you call it. It is stupid to say that he or she died. What is true is his or her body died. The infinite, immortal soul escapes back to the infinite, immortal God. That said, the planet Earth, our home where we reside, from which our bodies manifested, is in truth a cosmic ship, spaceship, sailing within one of the infinite dimensions, within the infinite potential. It seems real, but it is only a dreamscape. And this is why all spiritual teachers of all religions teach not to get attached to anything in the earth dreamscape, and why Jesus said, store up good deeds in heaven that will not erode away, as will all things that manifest from the earth dreamscape. The Earth has 2 ice caps, north and south. The Earth spins like a top as it orbits around the Sun. That stable orbit is based in part on the gigantic accumulated ice north and south poles. If you melt the ice caps, their weight will compensate with a different spin, such that north may become east and south becomes west. The sun will rise in the old north and set in the old south. When this violent shift comes, the ocean will create 50 to 100 mile high tidal waves and wash over all but the highest land. Put an open 3-gallon container on your front seat of your car, then make a quick turn. see what happens. That's what I'm talking about with regards to the earth. In addition, when this happens, the earth will be so traumatized. The molten core of the earth will create earthquakes and volcanoes, which will cloud the sky with dust and ash and block the sun, such that almost nothing will grow. For so many years, virtually all human beings will die. The command of the Christian God in the book of Genesis was for man to take care of the earth, the Garden of Eden, cultivate and keep it. Genesis 2:15. Humans are burning down the Garden of Eden with fossil fuels and bringing on the shifting of the earth on its present axis by the melting ice caps. God says in Genesis that God will not again destroy humanity by water, and He will not. It is humanity that will bring on the great flood when the earth axis shifts. I'm the only fully awakened and activist human being on the planet. I'm the only global advocate for peace and world peace. I'm the only advocate for Jesus Christ. I'm the only fully awakened human being on the earth. The pace of global warming is increasing. We have 30 years before fossil fuels end the world human society. Humans have put us on this course since the end of World War II. There are too many humans on the planet, and virtually all are apathetic. We are destroying the good ship Mother Earth, from which our bodies manifest and from which our bodies harvest food and water to survive. We will either immediately stop burning fossil fuels or we will end the human race. We will immediately stop burning fossil fuels, or in 30 years we will have globally committed mass suicide and murdered all our children and be cursed by God. We have the computers and the math and the scientists to date the time when this crucial loss of ice will happen and bring the extinction of humanity. I repeat, 30 years. Only the most stupid humans cannot read the writing on the wall as I have presented it above. I have seen this end all my life. I have refused to accept it until recently. But the self-centered hatred that presently exists on the planet means we are all doomed by our evil, selfish, apathetic ways. I've also put a song at the bottom of this video, Ship of Fools by Bob Seger. I suggest you listen to it. It's a 70s song, I believe. This is Dr. John WorldPeace, JD. Think about what I said, read what I've said, listen to what I said, and pass it on. We are about to experience total and complete ending of the world human society because we won't quit burning fossil fuels that are melting the poles, the ice that's going to redistribute and require the earth to take a different spin. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Build you a little scale model. take and put clay on two sides of a ball and get it to spin evenly, and then pull those chunks off, one of them, see what happens. It's Dr. John, WorldPeace. Good day.